Here we have Lucia, who at 6 o'clock in the morning slams her fist on the alarm clock. She's barely alive, so she stays in bed for a few minutes while she gathers the strength to get up. Then she makes a huge cup of coffee, checks social media, and heads out to work for 10 hours. Exhausted, she gets home in the evening, eats dinner, and flops onto the sofa to watch television. As expected, she gets hit with a food coma and falls asleep for the next 3 hours. She wakes up around 9 p.m. with no desire to do anything. Plus, it's too late to do anything outside the house, so she drinks coffee and scrolls on her phone until 10 p.m. Then she showers and it's time for bed. In bed, she tosses and turns, but finally falls asleep. At 7 a.m. the next day, the alarm goes off and Lucia is half dead again. She asks herself, why does she feel so tired if she sleeps 9 hours every day? Her friend Ariana also wakes up at 6 a.m. She opens the curtains and lets the sunlight into the room, and if there's no sun, she turns on a strong light. She gets dressed and goes for a 30-minute jog. When she gets back, she makes a pancake, takes a quick shower, and is ready to go. At work, she stays focused the whole time. When she gets home, she has to make dinner, washes the dishes, do laundry, and then takes a 20-minute nap. In the evening, she sometimes goes out with her friends, plays badminton. At night, she almost always has some time left to read a book. She goes to bed before 11 p.m. and sleeps like a baby. He wakes up again at 6 a.m. and starts his new day full of energy. How is it possible that after a little more than 7 hours of sleep, Ariana is full of energy, and Lucia is drowsy all day, despite sleeping 9 hours? Every day, Ariana has 2 more hours of life. It's enough to do the activities that Lucia has no time for. Don't believe the lie that the more time you sleep, the better and the more energy you will have. The quality of sleep is more important than the number of hours you spend in bed. And the quality of sleep depends on how you prepare during the day. Our Ariana takes care of physical activity every day. In the morning she jogs, and at night she plays some sport with her friends. It doesn't have to be anything extreme, but every movement raises the body's temperature. A high temperature is a signal for the body to focus and get stimulated. The lack of movement lowers our body temperature, and that gives the brain a signal to relax and sleep. The greater the temperature rise during the day, the deeper the drop during the night, and the deeper you'll sleep. Lucia doesn't raise his temperature during the day through any physical activity. She's a sofa player. She watches television and sits with her phone in her hand. So during the day, she's drowsy and lazy, and at night she can't fall asleep. Besides that, Ariana spends time outside the house whenever she can. Exposing himself to daylight reduces the level of melatonin in his body. Melatonin is a hormone. The lower its level, the more activated we are, and the higher its level, the sleepier we get. Melatonin is released in our body when we're in the dark, so Marcel takes care of raising his melatonin level after 8 p.m. He's at home, doesn't use screens, doesn't turn on strong lights. Lucia spends practically all his time indoors, so her melatonin level is elevated, which keeps her drowsy all day long. So good, healthy sleep doesn't happen the moment you go to bed. Sleeping well and waking up with energy depends mainly on what you do during the day. In other words, you will sleep depending on how